Greetings, this is Jeep Dragon coming at you again with some more handgun videos. We have two Sig Sauers, we have Glock, we have Kel-Tec, Ruger, and Smith & Wesson. So these are the 6 handguns that I have, and I'm going to make a separate video out of each one that is very similar. For this video, I am going to examine the Sig Sauer P250. This is the Sig Sauer P250 twosome set. This is the very first firearm that I ever purchased, and I think I purchased it maybe at the beginning of June in 2010. And if you open up the twosome set, you'll see that it comes with, at least back in 2010, it comes with like, let's see, what is this? Some kind of return mail thing, warranty, which probably already expired. Let's see. I don't know what this is, accessory kit, or I don't know what the, let's see. The manual, really nice manual, explains everything you need to know about the firearm. One of these lock mechanisms that I never use. Who inspected it? And it has the one firearm, but it comes with the, here's the full-size firearm. And for you safety / grammar Nazis, let me inspect it on the camera just to show you it's empty. So it comes with this full-size 9mm, and it holds about 17 rounds, I believe. Yeah, 17. And then it comes with the conversion kit for the 9mm subcompact. So this is just separate pieces here because the internals are inside that one. All you have to do is swap out the internals, which I'll get to in a bit. So the magazine, it holds about 12 rounds of 9mm, which is pretty good for a subcompact. Of course, this, in my opinion, isn't really a true subcompact. It's more of a compact size. The Sig Sauer P250 is a short recoil operated, center fired, locked breech, double action only pistol. Short recoil is the most common method of operation. Short recoil means that the barrel moves back with the slide slightly, and pivots up and down. Lock breech means that the barrel, bolt, and slide are locked together for a moment, about there, till the pressure of the recoil pushes the barrel down, catches, and the slide can continue back. This redirects the recoil at a slight downward angle instead of straight back like the simple blowback. Double action only means that a full pull of the trigger always causes the hammer to draw back and snap forward. This trigger is a long, smooth 6 pounds. The accuracy comes from staging the trigger. So what you do is you pull the trigger back to where it's about ready to release, then you fix your sights and then squeeze it the rest of the way. And then you get ready for your next shot. Aim, fire. Get ready for your next shot, aim, fire. Field stripping the Sig Sauer P250 is extremely simple. All you have to do is pull the slide back to lock it in place, take out the magazine, turn the lever downward, and then you just pull the slide back until you see it click, slide it off, there you go. So then you can take out the guide rod, the spring, the barrel, and the slide. So then put it back together, you just slick the barrel in, take the guide rod and the spring, slip the spring in here and push the guide rod until it fits in and slips under the barrel notch. Slide, pull it back, push the lever over. Now the slide's locked in. You're done. Of course, when buying any firearm, one of the first accessories I like to get are extra magazines. And I usually like to get 2 of them. And usually I like to buy them as soon as I get the firearm, if at all possible, unless I can't afford them, but so you can swap them out and stuff. So the P250 locks up when it runs out of ammo. Of course, in the twosome set, it comes with the subcompact. There's actually a compact version of this. So this is the full size 9mm, and this is a subcompact. And of course, what good would the subcompact be without 2 extra magazines? Alright, so one thing that's the Sig P250 is known for is easily able to switch the firearm from one size or caliber to another. So I'll demonstrate how to do that. So usually I'll do it with the magazine is inside. So first of all, rack the slide so that it's stuck. Next, take the magazine out. Now this lever here, you can turn it like that, so that is swayed over here. Now the slide comes off. Now you take the pin out, so you can just grab it like this, pull it off, so then the innards of the gun can come out. Usually how I do it is I take my thumb on my right hand, pull that, grab this edge here where it slides off, stick my thumb and fingers under it. So there we go, there's the firearm mechanism, and there's the empty frame. Is just a piece of plastic. So now take your other frame, take the innard and put it in similar to the way you took it out. So stick these right there, push this in while pulling the hammer back, and it should pop right in. So then you got to make sure that if you just push your thumb with this back, it will snap, and then that hole will be there for the pin to come back in. Just slip the pin back in till it snaps in place. Make sure it's switched over there. Then take your subcompact slide, slip it on, Pull it back, push this over. Now it's locked in place. Now you got a fully functioning 9mm subcompact. It should work just like it did before. Pretty sweet. If you practice at this, you can really swap it in like definitely less than a minute. Accessories unique to the Sig Sauer P250 are caliber exchange kits. So at least when I bought these, which was probably in 2010 and 2011, they just come with, I think, one magazine, one frame, and one slide so that you can swap out your calibers. So this one is the subcompact 40, and then this is the compact 45. Alright, let's open up one of these caliber exchange kits. So let's take the, slide that off, then open it up. Usually all come with is the extra slide, the empty frame, and a magazine. And so the subcompact frame, this size will fit the 9mm, the 357 Sig, and the 40 Smith & Wesson caliber. And these also come with some kind of owner's manual, so it's not really specific to an exchange kit. It's pretty much the Sig Sauer P250 owner's manual in a smaller size. So, of course, if I'm going to get the 40 subcompact, why not get two extra 40 Smith & Wesson magazines? So these hold about, let's see, 10 rounds of 40. That's pretty nice for a quote-unquote subcompact. And then here's the 45. Of course, you got your slide, got your frame and your magazine, and it came with a manual. I must have it somewhere, but oh well, it's the same as the other one there. So these magazines hold, I think they hold 10 rounds. It doesn't really say on these, but anyways, they are the Sig. It's made in Italy. Nice. And of course, this is the 45 compact size, and of course the 45 is a separate size that can't be swapped with the 9mm 357 Sig and 40, so because it's slightly wider. And of course, if I'm going to get that, I might as well get two extra magazines. Here's one that, of course, is going to hide your gun, but it's not like you can hold it on your body. It's like a purse. So it comes with a holster that you can, that goes with like any gun. You can stick it in there and then you can zip it up like that. This was actually the first holster I ever used when I got my concealed carry license, and I might have used it once or twice. I remember that first day in Walmart, like just carrying this on my shoulder, kind of excited and nervous at the same time because it was my first time concealed carrying, and I felt so good about myself when I actually got through Walmart and back home and actually carried my gun for the first time without anyone noticing. But of course, lame, it's in a big purse format. So of course this comes with all kinds of stuff, like you can stick pens in there, has little slots in there, put keys on there, and even in here it has like pockets for extra magazines. Of course, it also has different pouches and stuff. So I mean, when you're going camping, I can see that. I could see that. You're hiking in the woods, or I mean, I'll keep this around because it's a nice concept if, you know, if I want to carry a full-size firearm that actually might work. But it's a no brand nylon bag that you can wear in your belt. And I've actually worn this a few times in the past. So all you do is you stick your firearm in this holster here, and then depending on whether you're left-handed or right-handed, of course since I'm right-handed and I could wear this on my left side, you can put both zippers up here. Let's see, leave this flap, and then of course there's 2 pouches here for 2 extra magazines, so you can wear this on your belt and it might just look like you're carrying a camera. So you wear it on your belt, like imagine like that, and then you can like rip it open like that, reach, pull. So you can wear it any side for straight draw, cross draw, left or right handed. So that's pretty nice and universal and fits like a lot of guns this size, subcompact, compact, however they like to label them. But here's some no-name brand shoulder holster that I found at a gun show. So if you're wearing a big jacket or suit jacket or sports jacket or sport coat or whatever, and of course here's something that can hold the magazine, so it should pretty much hold any magazine you stick into it. Let's see. Yeah, holds it pretty nicely. And of course here's where the firearm would go into. Let me put this back here. So this is kind of a universal holster. You can pretty much put any firearm into it, and it has adjustable thumb snaps that you can like remove from it. Since they're all just Velcro attached on both sides, you can adjust them, and so you can stick it in there. You can snap it together. So there you go. Then you want to remove it, just push your thumb off and slip it off. Here's another universal holster that's kind of like the shoulder rig that of course I got from a gun show. And of course, you know, it comes with these thumb snaps that you can remove them if you want and readjust them, so you can just pop it off, slip it off. I might have worn that once, I don't know. There's a lot of universal holsters, like I've tried them, I just can't get used to them, maybe because they're like too thick or whatever. But here's one that works with all of the versions of the Sig P250, and I had made a video about it, but it's another Black Hawk. It's called the Serpa Concealment Holster, right-handed, matte finish, and it's supposed to be made for the Sig Pro 2022, but let's see. Okay, so it works with the Glock. Okay, looks like it also fits other firearms as well, but yeah, let's see, it probably doesn't say Sig P250 on it. Okay, we got 228, 22. Like it, the funny thing is it doesn't say Sig P250 on it, but it works quite nicely for any conversion of the Sig P250. Let me show you. Here's so this is the 9mm full size snap, and I made a video out of this showing how you can try this holster with all the different sizes. So you got, of course, this lever button to pull to slip it off, and of course you can swap out this paddle attachment for a belt attachment. I didn't see the point because this paddle attachment with the hook here actually latches quite nicely to your pants and doesn't makes it actually hard to pull it off. But yeah, so that works pretty nicely, and it looks really cool. And I've worn it a couple times in the winter when I had a coat around it, and felt pretty secure with the full-size 9mm or my compact 45 when wearing that, because it's so easy to grab and pull out. Here's another Black Hawk holster. The Black Hawk leather holster, right-handed, 3-slot pancake. And okay, so it has a reinforced thumb brake for durability and ease of draw. Of course, that also seems to fit other firearms as well. So it looks like a, okay, it fits a Glock 26 too. Yeah, I think I've actually tried it with my Glock 20 Car CW9. Let's see. I'll get the words on the screen in case you want to pause it and see if that holster works for you. So it's the Black Hawk leather holster, pancake holster, whatever. Sig 228, 229, 225. And this is a nice black leather holster. I mean, it takes a little while to get it on your belt if you don't mind taking the time to do that, but once you got it on, it's pretty nice. So just slip it in there, and then let's see, and okay, snap. So yeah, it fits pretty nicely, and pretty much like a glove. Towards the shape of it. So then there's the thumb snap, comes off pretty easily, and then since this is on your belt, then it just comes off really nicely, and looks pretty cool. But something called the Cell Pal holster. I've tried that once or twice. I can't remember. I mean, it's a good concept, but it has some problems with, at least in my opinion. I mean, it carries like pretty much any firearm you want. It's so universal, it's insane. Of course, what you're supposed to do is slip this inside your pants, and then it hangs on your pant loop there, and then the cell phone will go over your belt. Of course, the only problem is you have to get the Cell Pal version of their holster for your cell phone for, technically it to work. Of course, this is a really old Verizon phone that I got, like the last phone I got before I got a smartphone. And of course, when I get another phone that's bigger, it doesn't fit in there anymore. So last I checked, here was a bigger phone that I got when I had my Motorola Joy 2 Global, but maybe Cell Pal keeps up with stuff like that, with the like smartphones and stuff, but it's just, in my opinion, it's a good concept. It's just too much of a hassle if you have to keep getting cell phone holsters to go with your holster to make it work. And of course, like this, when this has the gun in it, it kind of somewhat bulges out a little, so you can see this shape on even in your jeans. So some people might have a better success story with that one, but I was excited about it, but when I tried it just didn't work well for me. Here's some leather holster. I'm not sure what the brand is. I wish I still had the packaging for it, but it fits pretty nicely. It's somewhat universal. Here's also one of those leather inside the waistband holsters, and although this was specifically made for Glocks, this works as well for the Sig P250. I got this at a gun show, so I don't quite know what the brand is. It doesn't really say, but fits pretty nicely, and I think it fits with that. Okay, yeah. So here's one that I've used a little that works with pretty much any of my firearms except for the really small ones. I mean, it's very easy to draw. Of course, once you draw it, if you're wearing it inside your pants like this, then you're going to squeeze it, so it's not going to be easy to slip it back in. You kind of, I mean, not with with one hand. I mean, you'll have to pull it open with your fingers and just slip it in, but it works pretty nicely. It works with all sizes of my Sig P250 and even my Glock 26. But so there's a nice option. This is a Black Hawk. Also some no-name magazine pouches that you can wear in your belt, and these pretty much can hold any magazine that you stick into them. They're big enough, so if you're wearing a coat, that works pretty well. I've used these before during the winter. Here's a Black Hawk double magazine case that fits some magazines. Let's see. So the Black Hawk double stack, double mag case, matte finish. Okay, let's see. So I can probably put any of these magazines into it. Yeah, and they snap in. So that you got these screws where you can adjust how tight they are, so that make them universal. Pretty sweet. It's just for wearing on your outside of your belt, for carrying your spare magazine. One nifty option for carrying your spare magazines is an ankle holster. And this particular one is the DeSantis gun hide ankle holster. This ankle holster is really nice because it can hold pretty much any magazine. So if you want to carry those 2 spare magazines for your full size, you can. Here's the Sig Sauer P250 full size 9mm magazine, holds 17 rounds. Voila! Here's the 9mm subcompact magazine. Here's the 40 Smith & Wesson subcompact magazine. Here's the 45 compact magazine.